Many have tried, many have failed, only one has ever succeeded. This is Ninja Warrior of Halo! Hello guys, and welcome back to Ninja Warrior of Halo. In the last tournament, we saw 100 challengers take on the 4-stage obstacle course, all with hopes of replicating the success from Tournament 14. But despite a record 10 competitors making it to the 3rd stage, in the end all 100 were again defeated, with not a single competitor even making it to the final stage. But a new tournament starts today with 100 new challengers who all have aspirations for going all the way. And even more so in today's tournament, as it is the last ever tournament on the Xbox 360, and an historic tournament as the final competitor will be the 1000th ever in the show's history. In Stage 1 there are 3 new obstacles and just a 90-second time limit, so the competitors will have to be on their toes right from the beginning. The survivors will then face new obstacles in both the 2nd stage and the 3rd stage. And if anyone is still standing after all of that, they must then have a date with destiny as they try to climb to the top of the tower in time to achieve total victory and become the 2nd ever Grand Champion. For some competitors, this will be their last ever opportunity to compete on Ninja Warrior of Halo before the course moves to the Xbox One. Let's head to Stage 1's start line to kick off the final ever tournament on the Xbox 360. The first competitor to take on the new course is actually a returning one. It is UNAS Clanish. Back for his 6th appearance today. He regularly gets given a low number, and so we've decided to give him number 1 for today's tournament. He has 90 seconds to complete 8 obstacles. First obstacle is brand new. It's the sextuple steps, the classic Ninja Warrior obstacle. 5 steps, 6 jumps to get to the other side. Looking good at the moment is Clanish. Nice and controlled, and he's through. And on to the rolling ball, the classic Ninja Warrior obstacle. He's failed it 4 times in the past. He's only ever got past it once. That was in Tournament 13. Can he get over it today? Yes, he can. Just about hung on. Now he's on to the cross bridge. Got to get the mongoose across the broken bridge to the other side, and he can't do it! Oh, Clanish! It has been redesigned to be made a little bit harder in this tournament. The landing platform is further away now. Next up is the first of our specially invited competitors. This is a Pizza Pocket. Back for his 2nd appearance, he was the first ever competitor to run the course on Halo 4. He was number 1 in Tournament 10. Now he's back for his 2nd appearance, and he's number 2 in Tournament 16. And he's nicely over the sextuple steps. Now for the rolling ball. This is where he failed in Tournament 10. But that was the old version, which was a straight track. This one has got the drops in it, which makes it even harder. But not harder for Pizza Pocket. Nicely done. He's on to the cross bridge. Oh, he's stuck. He's stuck on the 2nd bridge. Can he get out of this? No, he can't. He tried to back up, but it was to no avail. And that's 2 competitors down already on the cross bridge. Next up is Newcomer. The first newcomer of this tournament. It's Opportune Sage 78. Some of you guys may have probably noticed by now that all of the competitors have got 900. So in this case he's the 3rd competitor, so he's 903. As I said, the reason for that is that the 100th competitor in this tournament will be the 1000th ever to take on the course. And Opportune Sage has stopped. Okay, he was looking pretty good, he was going fast, and now he's stopped. Of all the times to get a disconnected controller, it had to be now. Oh, it's tragic for Opportune Sage. Oh, he's awake now, he's back, and he's going backwards. Okay, this is very weird. He was looking pretty promising, and it seems to have gone wrong, very badly wrong, very quickly. But he is over, and onto the rolling ball. No, he's not onto the rolling ball. Opportune! Oh, God. Almost failed an obstacle that's not an obstacle. Now he's onto... No, he's not. He's not onto the rolling ball. That just got slowly worse and worse, didn't it? Next up is Crew XV Viper. So as I said, every competitor will have 900 and then whatever their number will be, because it means that the 100th competitor will be the 1000th ever and to take on the Ninja Warrior of Halo course, and of course will be the last ever to attempt Stage 1 on the Xbox 360, which is a nice commemorative way that we've had 1,000 competitors ever on the 360. Oh no! Crew Viper's down on the sextuple steps. First competitor to fail it in the tournament. Next up is Fireball 15, or Fireballs. Another newcomer. Owly Fair, 90 seconds, 8 obstacles. On the sextuple steps. You don't want to take too long. The 90 seconds is not a lot of time on this stage 1. If you spend too much time dawdling, particularly on this first obstacle, it will cost you in the later part of this stage. You want to be taking a maximum around 20 seconds to get past this first obstacle, I think. He's onto the rolling ball. Trying to get it rolling. He has. Can he hang on? Yes, nicely done by Fireball. He's onto the cross bridge. Takes a look at it, that's not going to help. Now he's on. Oh, looks like he's going to go for the old wiggle technique. He's going to use all 4 bridges. Oh no, but he's stuck. He's stuck between the 3rd and 4th bridge. No, he can't get out of it, and he swan dives into the water. Bye-bye, Fireball. That's another competitor down on the cross bridge. Proven to be a menace so far. Next up is returning competitor Vulcan 1610. Back for his 2nd appearance. He made his debut in the last tournament. Made it to the 5th obstacle, which was the jump hang. Now he's back today hoping to beat stage 1. Even more so because he's just competed in Smokey Massacre's final Xbox 360 tournament and was able to complete stage 1 in that tournament. So he's hoping to do the same on this course. It's onto the rolling ball, didn't have any problems with this in the last tournament. It rolling nicely. He jumps really early. Oh my god, Vulcan, what are you doing? Oh, that was an absolute waste from Vulcan. Threw it away there. Disappointing. But it now means we can move on to our 7th competitor. The next competitor is Ironbug Champion, back today for his 9th appearance. He's competed in every tournament since he made his debut in Tournament 8 on the Halo Reach course, and in his 8 previous appearances, although he's failed the first obstacle 3 times and never completed stage 1, he keeps coming back and is always determined to put on a strong performance. He has had some success. In Tournament 14 he produced his best ever performance when he made it to the crooked wall, but fell just short. In the last tournament he didn't get as far though, as he had a rather humorous failure on the jump hang. But he's back today, hoping that his last ever appearance on the Xbox 360 will herald his first Stage 1 victory. Will he succeed though? Ironbug Champion, in my opinion, is the epitome of your average competitor. He knows he's absolutely not the most skilled jumper on this course, but he keeps coming back and he's always determined to do his best. I'd love to see Ironbug on the 2nd stage, especially in this, the final Xbox 360 tournament. Will he have the skills and the little bit of luck though that he needs to succeed? He's onto the rolling ball, he's failed this once before. But he's put in the training to make sure he doesn't fail it again. He's onto the cross bridge. No one's got past this so far. He's quickly over it though. Nicely done. First person to beat it. Now he's onto the jump hang. This is where he failed in the last tournament. He goes for it. He hits the trampoline. No, Ironbug. Oh, he's down. And he's down again on the jump hang. Let's have a look at a replay. He was looking good up till then, but I think he went just a little bit too fast when he jumped onto the trampoline and then overreached himself by trying to land on too high of a platform. Well, following Ironbug's defeat, we saw 5 more competitors take on the course, but all of them fell very early, either on the rolling ball, the 2nd obstacle, or for some of them, they didn't even make it past the 1st obstacle, slipping up on the new sextuple steps. In Razor's case, slipping up on the very first jump. We then had Worried K-Dog, who tried to do something a little bit different by skipping the 5th step altogether, but it didn't work. His guns made it though. It now means that we've already had 12 competitors run the course, and only one of them has made it to the jump hang. Well, now our next competitor is another returning competitor. This is Pixel Projects, the man formerly known as Halo Legends 6 and Corked Toaster 5. This is his 5th appearance. His first 2 appearances were not very good at all, but his last 2 appearances in the last 2 tournaments have seen him make it to the jump hang and then all the way to the warped wall in the last tournament. So he's hoping that he can continue that steady improvement today by completing stage 1. But of course this stage 1 is not the same as the one in the last tournament, but Pixel's looking good so far. He's onto the cross bridge. A little bit of a slow start onto it there. Oh, but he still just about makes it. He's on to the jump hang. Can he handle this? He goes for it, he jumps, and he hangs! Nicely done. Climbing over the top. Looks like Pixel's going to be the first to beat the jump hang. Oh no, he slips! Oh no, come on Pixel! Don't lose focus. No, Pixel! Oh, he had it. He was looking good. And then one slight slip and it threw him. Next up is newcomer Kirby Mass 64. This guy is he regularly appeared in Spiteful's custom lobbies on the Xbox 360. And of course, because I was regularly in them, I decided to get him to do a run. And he's bloody fast through the sextuple steps. That's the fastest we've seen so far. He's onto the rolling ball. He's going for speed on this as well. He's clearly been told that there's a time limit. He's trying to make up as much time as possible in the early obstacles. Onto the cross bridge. Can he get over this? He's looking a little bit slow. No, he's down. That's another competitor. Another promising run that ends early. Next up is, why you necking? That is a great question. Why are you necking? I love competitors that compete that have got entertaining gamer tags. It always makes it much more humorous. Ooh, almost slipped up on that 3rd step though. Recovers nicely though. Ooh, only just made the 5th step as well. Rode his luck a little bit there, but he survives to take on the rolling ball. Howley fair on this. It's not caused too many problems so far today in the tournament, and it doesn't cause necking any problems either. He's onto the cross bridge. This has caused a few problems so far, but he's over it nicely. No, he's not! Oh, it always happens. There's always one competitor that does that, thinks they've made it, and then they fall off. Next up is Warrior Eagle 76 with Snoz in the background there. That was interesting. He's off, and he's out. Right, that lasted about 4 seconds. Less than 4 seconds, actually. Nice short run. Next up is Alpha Puma, back for his 2nd appearance on the course. He made his debut in the last tournament, along with his family of alphas. I'm not going to sing the song again, don't worry. Unfortunately for Puma, he crashed out early on the rolling ball. But he's put in a lot, and I mean a lot, of training for today's tournament, and he's determined to improve. Now let's see if that training is going to pay off on the rolling ball. This is where he failed in the last tournament, but he doesn't fail it today. He takes his revenge nicely. He's onto the cross bridge. Quickly over that. Looking good so far. Onto the jump hang. He goes for it. He goes for speed. Puma! Nicely done. All of Puma's training is looking good so far. He doesn't pull a pixel, which means he's the first to beat the jump hang, and he's the first to move on to the new loop-de-loop. Brand new obstacle. You've got to go into the tube, up the man cannons, out the other side, and then jump the gap, which he's done nicely. He's onto the reverse fly. Got to hit the shield on the wall and bounce around the corner, which he's done as well. He's going so fast I can barely keep up with him. Now he's onto the warped wall, the classic obstacle. Can he get up it first time? Yes, he can! Nicely done, Puma! It's a real smash and grab job from Puma here. 20 seconds as he lands on the final steps. He's climbing to the top, plenty of time in hand, and Puma completes stage 1 with 14.4 seconds left on the clock. Well done to Alpha Puma. It was very impressive performance from him. He's been a little bit cautious to begin with on the sextuple steps, but he took his revenge on the rolling ball, and then you could see the confidence in him as he flew onto the jump hang, making it look really easy, and the new obstacles such as the reverse fly caused him no problems at all. And it means that Alpha Puma is the first person in this tournament to move on to stage 2. Well, following Puma's success, we saw several more newcomers take on the course, but none of them could replicate his success. First, Ninja Guy 9000 pulled a Puma and failed on the rolling ball. Then Blaine Hopper 4, or Hooper 4, made it all the way to the jump hang, but completely miscalculated it. We then had Saxon Mir, who overshot the second step on the sextuple steps and went out early. Then we had Goldie 94, who tried his hardest to stay on the rolling ball, but to no avail. Halo 4701 was not very Halo-like and stepped off the sextuple steps. Sneaky Nevada 5 decided he didn't really like the rolling ball, so he'd just cheat and walk on the track. Then we had Laser King 888 make it to the cross bridge, but slipped up and flipped out. Scoot 522 crashed out on the sextuple steps. And then finally we had two more competitors flip out on the cross bridge. First, Josh Wooter 9 tried to go for speed, but it didn't work. And finally we had Wookie Ninja 99, who also flipped out of contention on the cross bridge. That leaves us with 3 more competitors to go now. Next up is June Kratz, another newcomer. Owly Fair, 90 seconds, 8 obstacles, and he's out. Alright, goodbye. Nice and short. Okay, that leaves us with 2 competitors left to go now. And next up is the first of our returning veterans. The next competitor is the only man who can claim that he has been competing in Ninja Warrior of Halo since the very beginning. Yovgos competed in the first ever tournament, Ninja Warrior of Halo tournament, on Halo 3 back in 2010. In his 6 appearances, he's made it to the second stage twice, and it actually made him one of the first ever veterans on this course. He didn't compete in the last tournament, but now he's back today, hoping to make it to Stage 2 for the first time since Tournament 2. The question is, does our plucky Frenchman have what it takes? Yovgost was one of the lucky 15 competitors that competed in the first ever tournament. And he's made it to Stage 2. He made it to Stage 2 in both of the first 2 tournaments, which made him one of the first ever veterans on this course. But since then, since he made his comeback in Tournament 12, he's not even come close to beating Stage 1 and not shown the jumping skills that we saw in the original tournaments. But he's over the rolling ball today. It's where he failed on his last appearance 2 tournaments ago. Now for the cross bridge. He's also failed this before, but he gets over it nicely today, and he's clearly happy, shooting the mongoose onto the jump hang. Can he handle this? Lines himself up, he goes for it, he jumps. Oh no, but he doesn't hang! Oh, Yovgost is beaten by the jump hang. Let's get a look at a replay. He was looking good, but like Ironbug, it seemed like he got a good jump, but he just fell short and is knocked out again. That brings us on to our final competitor of the day. It's Lethal Lizard, back for his 3rd appearance. This guy is the brother of Master Nuramak. But unlike Master Nuramak, who so far quickly established himself as a veteran, Lethal Lizard has not been able to show his skills so far on the course, although he was very quickly through the sextuple steps then. In his 2 appearances so far, he's failed the crooked wall and the warped wall, which means he has got pretty far into Stage 1, but it's not been good enough to complete the stage. He's looking good so far though, over the cross bridge nicely. Onto the jump hang. He wasted a lot of time here in the last tournament, but he doesn't waste too much time today, and he lands it nicely. Will it be 3rd time's the charm for Lethal Lizard? Can he finally prove that he has got the skills? He's on to the loop-de-loop, 2nd person to attempt it. He's up over the main cannon and through, and he's out the other side nicely. Now for the reverse fly. Hit the wall, bounce off the shield, and then round the window onto the other platform, which he made very nicely. Now for the warped wall. This is where he failed in the last tournament. Takes a second to line himself up, and gets up it 1st time! Lethal Lizard onto the final steps. He's looking good, he lands it, and it looks like he's going to be the 2nd man to complete Stage 1. He climbs to the top, and finishes with 9.5 seconds left. Well done to Lethal Lizard, his 1st Stage 1 victory. And the cameraman's gone a bit insane. He finally beats Stage 1. It is 3rd time's the charm for Lethal Lizard. And he shows to his brother, Master Nuramak, and proves to himself that he has got the skills. It was a good start from him. He was quick through the sextuple steps and was nicely over the rolling ball. Didn't waste too much time on the jump hang. And handled the reverse fly very coolly, actually. Even had enough time to turn round mid-jump. And then he crucially got up the warped wall first time. And it means that he now has put pressure on his brother, Master Neuromac, to succeed. He's the second person to move on to the second stage. Before we go, let's have a quick look at today's Ninja Killer. Every obstacle in stage 1 is tough, but rather surprisingly, it's the cross bridge that's caused the most problems so far, having taken out 8 competitors already. It has been redesigned to be slightly harder with the landing platform further away, but in reality, this obstacle has so far taken out competitors in all kinds of different ways, and is today's Ninja Killer for stage 1. And with that, we've come to the end of today's episode. We've already seen the first 30 challengers take on this redesigned first stage, but almost barely any of them even made a dent in the course. 28 of them failed, and all 28 of them failed in the first half of the stage. Only 2 competitors managed to make it past the jump hang and make it into the second half of the stage, but they were both then able to succeed. First, Alpha Puma put all his training to the full and beat stage 1 in his second appearance. And then, as we've just seen now, Lethal Lizard showed to his brother Master Neuromac that he has got the skills and made it 3rd time's the charm on stage 1. With these 2 competitors having already booked their place in the second stage, and another 70 competitors waiting to take on the course, who else has what it takes to join Alpha Puma and Lethal Lizard in stage 2? I hope you guys have enjoyed today's episode. If you have, like, comment and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time for episode 2. Until then, I wish you guys a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Goodbye.